Friday, October 6 meeting called by Mr. Toterebuka Bamwenda, stroke Mr. Mwijukye, to purportedly elect Forum for Democratic Change leaders, was convened outside the party constitution. The FDC Constitution, specifically Articles 23 and 28, state that the FDC National Executive Committee, NEC, shall be elected by the National Delegates Conference, convened and chaired by the party chairperson, who is here with us. This meeting, the first of its kind in the 18 years history of the FDC, was illegal under the party constitution. This illegality is what we brought to the attention of the High Court in a civil suit filed on September 29, 2023. This case challenging the legality of the October 6 Toterebuka Bamwenda's meeting has not been heard. Because of the lengthy process involved in hearing and determining cases such as this one, we had also filed two applications, one for an interim injunction and the second one for an interim order, for a temporary order. What these two applications meant to serve was to temporarily stop the Bamwenda Mukala's meeting until its legality is determined. Unfortunately, Judge Musa Sekaana declined to grant the order to temporarily halt the processes pending the determination of the case. He declined on such a flimsy ground that we had filed late and therefore in bad faith. What Mr. Nanda Ramafari and Mr. Patrick Erias have done is to make their followers blindly believe that the legality of their October 6 meeting has been determined and certified by court. We now want to tell them that the court process has just begun. It might be longer than they think and have been made to believe, if you know how court processes run in this country. This is therefore to inform the FDC delegates who instructed us to take this matter to court on September 19th that the process to have this matter determined has not been concluded. In fact, it has just started. We also want to take note of the conduct of judges. We know judges are given a lot of power under the Constitution, but this power must be exercised judiciously. We are not happy with the way Judge Musa Sekaana treated us when we appeared before him on October 5th via our interim and temporary order applications. He made us wait for 2 hours because he had said this matter would be heard at midday. So we sat in that court for 2 hours. We were ushered into his offices at 2 p.m. When the hearing of the interim temporary order started, he told us that he had other commitments and therefore gave us only 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes, he said, if you don't want these 20 minutes, I can push this matter forward. He literally walked on us and announced that by close of day, he will deliver his ruling by email. We waited until he went to sleep without his email ruling. We were told the following morning that actually Judge Sekaana had delivered his email ruling at around midnight. His conduct makes us make it look like a favor by judges to hear cases. We will raise this matter formally to him and his supervisors. This is not just for us, but for everybody seeking justice in our court system. Justice must not be only done, but it must be seen to be done. We also intend to formally complain against the manner in which Judge Esther Nambayo handled an early application by the Nanda Amuriat group that sought to block our September 19th Extraordinary Delegates Conference. Nandala and Amuriat, who have become masters of forgery and fraud, sued themselves through their agents. Any judge worth the title should have observed that those who went to court and those they took were the one and the same. That's why when the matter became before Justice Nambayo, the Nandara group immediately consented. I think they did so even before the matter was properly introduced. So any judge worth the title should have seen that there was collusion. Secondly, we suspect that court record was tampered with because those lawyers of Nandara and lawyers of his agents had applied to have the party chairperson, Ambassador Wasswa Birigwa, joined in this case. It is on that basis that Ambassador Wasswa Birigwa filed a defense, which unfortunately was thrown out by Justice Nambayo. By doing so, her court certified the collusion by Nandara Amuriat and their agents. This was done even after this collusion was brought to her attention. Finally, the conduct of state institutions. What is taking place in the country is the reenactment of a one-party system called the National Resistance Movement. It is the reason General Yoweri Museveni Tibuhaburwa is turning political parties into NRM affiliates. He started with the Uganda People's Congress. He followed it with with the Democratic Party, and through his agents, Nandara and Amuriat, he's trying to take over the FDC. You've seen the National Unity Platform cannot even be allowed to break. Its leader the other day was grabbed at Entebbe Airport as he returned from abroad. And the only reason he was grabbed was because his party had organized for him a warm reception. And one way of stopping it is to grab him at the tarmac. These are the things that Dr. Kizza Besigye, the founding president of the FDC, has gone through on numerous occasions. In fact, at one time, you remember, they even stopped Kenya Airways from delivering him at Entebbe Airport. It is the same script, same actors. This whole episode is rendering the return to multi-party democracy worthless and mockery. This is the conversation that Uganda as a country must have. Preserving multi-party democracy is the war we must collectively pursue as a citizenry. The whole scheme by Mr. Tibuhaburwa is to destroy all Uganda's building blocks so that his son, General Moses Kainerugaba, meets no resistance when his father finally dies in office and the son seeks to take over. Our country, as everybody knows, marked 60 years of independence yesterday, but there are more democratic losses to count than gains. Mr. Tibuhaburwa, who has been in power for 37 years, which is 60% of Uganda's independence period, has made us lose the track that we set ourselves to be on at the time of independence. What is happening in FDC is exactly what has happened to traditional leaders in Uganda. At one time, you remember Mr. Tiwawa got princesses from Buganda to denounce the Kabaka. He gave them protection to go and occupy Kasubidoms. He later created chiefdoms within Uganda, which all along has been one. He did the same thing to Rwenzururu. Because it didn't work in Uganda and it also didn't work in Rwenzururu, he decided to bomb the palace in Kasese and later to have the Omusinga himself arrested. We are aware that other sort of kingdoms are being created in other traditional kingdoms. You know the Bagungu in Bunyoro have always been part of one kingdom of Bunyoro. Now we hear that they are trying to create Obutabengwa, where someone will also be installed as a traditional leader there. The Muslims are now used to two administrations at Chibuli and at Old Kampala. The Church of Uganda has just postponed their elections. The civil society is under sustained, civil society and media under sustained state attack. There is therefore a broader orchestrated plan to destroy all institutions in the country. Only those that pay allegiance to the Museveni dynasty and family rule will be spared. Saving institutions is the battle we are involved in, and in this battle we undertake to work with and seek the support of every democracy-seeking Ugandan. Finally, to the FDC family, wherever you are, don't waver. We will be reaching out to all of you in the next stage of reconstructing our party. We want to thank you very much. That's what we wanted to say to you today.